I will be installing 2 new shelves like I have right behind me. Before I install it, there's a question that I have to answer for myself. When I add more lights to my 2 new shelves, one, how much is it going to cost me? And how many total amps is it going to add to my overall circuit? I have one circuit coming into my garage. That is a 15 amp circuit. Am I going to have enough amps to carry the electricity load throughout my garage? I don't have the answer for that. In this video, I hope to answer that question for myself and let you know how I do that. I bought a kilowatt machine off of Amazon, which tells me the electrical load that is pulling from the outlet to my lights. Here is the kilowatts product. This was $11.99 on Amazon. It was one of the cheaper ones because the only reason why I got it was like 2-day prime. I wanted it sooner than later. Most of the other ones were about like $29 to $39, and it took probably like a week to get here, and this was the only one I saw that was on Prime. Come with me and let's see if I'm correct or not. I do have this on a timer. This is another outlet purchased on Amazon. I like it because of the timer. I'm running on a 13-hour cycle. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just plug this into the wall. Okay, we're just going to take this. You can see here that it is already drawing 0.7 watts. It's not that much. The only reason I'm assuming because it is the timer on the outlet. That's right there. I'm going to come down here right now. I'm going to change these plugs to the always on part of the outlet. This side right here, the green side is the switched, and the further side, the orange part, is the always on. This is where the outlets for the timer go, and this is the always on. You can see that I just clicked on the always on and then the lights just turned on. But I'm going to just turn that off. I'm going to do that same. I'm still at 0.7. But first, I'm going to turn off all these LED lights one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There actually are 16 on here. I turned off every strip because I wanted to turn them on one by one and look at the kilowatt meter to see how much does it increase one by one. I've turned on the switch. I'm going to turn on one light at a time. So there goes one light. You see it jumped up from 0.7 to 19.1. These are 20 watts, really 18.3 because of the power strip. Here goes the second one. 19 times 2 is 38. Here's the third. That's the third one. There's the fourth. Now I'm just going to turn them all on. For my new shelf, I'm pulling 149.4 watts, 149.3 watts. This is for a total of 8 4-foot T5 Barina full spectrum lights. Each strip is supposed to be 20 watts. It is slightly a little bit under. Hey, yay, that's good for me. Now I'm going to turn on the original shelves that I have. See how many total watts am I pulling. I just turned on all the lights on my original shelves. Now I have 2 shelves running with a total of 299.5, 0.45, 0.4, keep on fluctuating a little bit, watts. This is a total of 16 strips of 4-foot T5 Barina lights at 20 watts each. I can't have a video without showing one of my pings. This is my John Rizzi that has just exploded. It is super big. The leaves are very large right here, but oh man, check out these blooms. Let me give you a little size comparison compared to my hand. The blooms on this, that is just crazy. One of the bigger flowers that I have got 3 immaculate blooms from a John Rizzi. That is pretty sick. Let me give you a total breakdown of the LED lights that are going to be on my existing shelf, what the current setup is, and when I install the new shelf, what's the total amount of wattage I'm going to have on the current system. With the existing shelf, I have 8 strips of 4-foot T5 Barina lights. Comes out to 20 watts each. That is a total of 160 watts. I also have the same amount of wattage on my existing shelf that I'm going to be transitioning to the new shelf. Total, when I install the new shelf, I'm going to get rid of a 160. The old white shelves are going to go away. I'm just going to have this setup right here. When I install the new shelf, I'm going to have a slightly different light setup. I'm going to have 16 3-foot strips of T5 Barina lights. They will come 2 lights per shelf. That's going to total 16 watts each. 16 times 16, 256 watts. In total, I will have 160 watts behind me in this shelf, and another shelf added that will be 256. In total, that's going to be 416 watts. That will be in my total light setup. How many amps is that? Well, here's the calculation. 460 watts divided by 120 volts is in total 3.46 amps. Way under my safe limit of 12 amps. I am a-okay there. Yeah, that's good. Here comes the breakdown when it comes to money. How much is this going to cost me? What am I currently getting charged? And what will I be charged? And what is the difference? I did some calculations. Hopefully my math is correct. You can fact check me if you want. With my current setup that I have, I'm just going to calculate it off of the 300 watts because that's what Kilowatt just told me, 299.5 in total. I'm running these on a 13-hour cycle. So my kilowatt hours is 300 times 13 divided by 1,000. It's going to come out to 3.9 kilowatt hours. My daily rate, and I'm just going to calculate off the off-peak time. I'm just going to round it up a little bit just for simpler math. It's going to be 46 cents a day. And that comes out to $1.79 per day in electricity. And what that comes out to per month is $53.82. That is my current electrical setup per month, $53.82. When I install my new shelf, and I'm gonna add 256 watts to it, but keep in mind, I'm also removing 160 watts from my previous shelf. Here's the updated calculation for the new shelf installation. It's going to be 416 watts. Let's do the math there. 416 times 13 hours a day I run it, divided by 13, it is going to come out to 5.408 kilowatt hours a day. And at 46 cents a kilowatt hour, that comes out to $2.48 per day, for a monthly total of $74.63. The difference is going to be an increase of $20.81. That is just an estimate, but at least it gives me an idea that in putting in this new shelf is going to cost me a little bit more, $20 a month. 20 times 12, that's another $240 a year. So hey, the little things do add up. But at least it gives me an idea of I'm going to increase the capacity of how many more pings that I can grow, and hopefully I can sell more. In the end, I hope it does make up more than what it currently is. It gives me a better opportunity for me to grow my business, and I think it's worth it to me. I hope you found this video useful for you to calculate your own wattage, amps, price per day, if you never thought about how much it actually costs you. And if you like this content, please give me a like and a sub. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful to you. And I'm also curious, how much do you spend a day or maybe a month on your electricity just to support your plant growing? I'm going to just say plant growing because not everyone grows pings just like myself, but hey, we all use energy in some way, shape, or form. I appreciate it. Thanks for making it this far. With that, have a good night, and I will see you in the next one.